Mr President, I rise today to briefly speak in support of the Child Sex Offenders Registration Public Register Amendment Bill 2024. I indicate that the Honourable Nicholas Centofanti MLC is the lead speaker for the opposition on this bill and has already articulated what this bill seeks to address. The South Australian Disclosure Scheme follows the Western Australian model. Tier 1 of the model provides for the publication of the photos and information on registrable offenders who have not fulfilled their reporting requirements and whose location is unknown, is already available under the Child Sex Offenders Registration Act. The purpose of the publication of the information is to find the wanted registrable offender and to keep the community informed. Tier 2 will allow the South Australian Police, subject to an approved application, to provide photographs of a dangerous and high-risk offender in an applicant's suburb or surrounding area and seeks to enhance public awareness and safety. And Tier 3 will establish a parental disclosure scheme whereby the Commissioner may provide a parent or guardian of a child with information about a specific person who has regular unsupervised contact with their child. This information is provided to better place a parent or guardian in a position to take appropriate steps to safeguard their children if necessary. Mr President, currently in South Australia, members of the public cannot inquire to see if a registered child sex offender lives in their area. It is crucial that we continue to do all that we can and to do all that can be done to ensure a safe state for South Australia's most vulnerable, and to take all measures to protect those who cannot protect themselves. I have recently spoken in this place about the shocking number of cases listed in the South Australian District Court that are child sex assault and child exploitation related matters. We know that 1 in 3 girls and 1 in 5 boys are sexually assaulted by the time they turn 18. The Royal Commission into Institutional Responses to Child Sexual Abuse found that survivors of sexual assault take on average 24 years to tell someone what has happened to them. Some may ultimately never come forward and report these crimes. Naturally, that means that the numbers we are looking at in the District Court are but a fraction of what it looks like in the community. I raise this to indicate the serious need for initiatives to try and target and reduce offending against children and young people and to protect South Australian children. In doing so, it is important to balance the protection of the rights of the victims to ensure that they are not re-traumatised or identified, whilst recognising the public's right to know and to be able to keep their children safe. In doing so, this cannot come at the expense of re-traumatising those who have already been served a life sentence through no fault of their own at the hands of someone who should have kept them safe and who should have known better. These measures will not only equip the police and Commissioner with greater capabilities to ensure ongoing vigilance over those on the registry, but also to further hold them accountable for their actions together with the community, reinforcing the message that our state will not tolerate harm against children. It is my belief that it is everyone's responsibility to ensure that children are kept safe so that they can maintain their innocence and their childhood for as long as possible. It is vital that as a parliament we prioritise the safety of children and families and to ensure that victims are kept at the centre of our response in doing so. Mr President, families should be equipped with this information to keep their families safe, and that is ultimately why I support this bill.